Hi, I'm Marc Cherry, creator and executive producer of Desperate Housewives. And I'm here with the lovely Eva Longoria. And we're going to be answering your questions for abc.com. And I'm going to start.
Okay.
What was it like to go from super hot to super frumpy to super hot again?
Wow. Well, you know, Patty doesn't know this, but you know I love being frumpy because it means less time in hair and makeup. But I like, you know, I had so much, I didn't realize the response we were going to get as a show about like, why did you make her frumpy? Which obviously I guess we did our job, but it was an interesting, that people just wanted to glamorous Gabby.
Did you get a little bit itchy going, I'm ready to be pretty again?
Yes, yes, you know I got that. I got itchy going, all right, enough is enough. I need to be myself again.
Okay. But yeah, she generally had a good time. It was a fun little...
It was so fun, and it's great, you know, to obviously change up the character, and it was perfect at that 5-year jump because we had to do something drastically different at that time to see time had passed. And that was, I think it was a perfect storyline to do. Has any cast member's real-life personality influenced the direction of his or her character on the show? This is a very good question, Matthew. I'm very excited you asked this.
Well, you know, it's funny. I don't know. I can't say honestly that your character was influenced by your personality, although I don't know if you remember in first season, we started slowly writing her a little more vain. She would talk about her beauty. And it was funny because at first Eva came to me and said, why do I have to keep talking about how pretty I am? You can kind of be vain and selfish and self-absorbed and still be likable. And not every actress can do that. And what was great was that, you know, you kind of got into it a little bit.
Oh, I loved it.
You started going with it. Because I think Gabrielle was probably the least developed character of the four, because that was the character I was kind of creating out of my own imagination. I wouldn't say I stole any characters for Gabrielle, and really for the other characters, I think the one person I could say that for is that when Marcia started playing Bree, Marcia wasn't as cold as the original character I had in my mind. So I actually had to warm up the character a little bit to match it, and I'm glad I did because I think it's a more successful character now. How much of Gabrielle Solis do you find in yourself, and what do you have in common with her character?
You know what I have in common with Gabrielle? I have way more in common now with Gabrielle than I used to, because before she didn't want kids, she, you know, was having an affair, she didn't cook, she, you know, all of this stuff that was the opposite of me. I'm extremely domestic. I love to cook. I can't wait to have kids. I mean, it was all of this exact opposite. Now that she has kids, she's a little more compassionate, and there's a little side of her that I can relate a lot more to. What can you tell us about the new Italian family headed to Wisteria Lane?
Well, one thing I can tell you is only half of them are Italian. Jeffrey Nordling got the part as Nick, and so we actually changed the name of the family. We had an Italian name, but he was the best actor who came in, and the feeling of the writing staff was he wasn't quite Italian looking enough to justify that surname. So his wife, played by the fantastic Drea De Matteo, she's my new bestie. I love her. She's great. She's so sweet. She plays the wife. She's Italian, but we've given them a Polish last name, Boland, which we found in a list of Polish names. And Jeffrey Nordling is now officially Polish. So, and what can I tell you about them? They've moved on to Wisteria Lane. They have a secret. They have a teenage son. And lots of interesting things will be revealed about them in the first and second and third and fourth episode. So stay tuned. If Gabby never existed, could you ever see yourself playing any of the other housewives on the show? Yeah,
I could see myself playing Edie. I loved the character of Edie Britt.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I don't like anybody else really on the show. No, just kidding. No, only because it's really fun.
Well, and also,
really, it was a really fun character.
And that's taking some of the qualities of Gabby and really pushing them way to the extreme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only one I could see myself playing, but I really can't imagine my life without Gabrielle.
Although, what's funny is, we're starting to push you a little bit into Lynette territory from the first season, because you're dealing with these kids and they're a little bit of a nightmare. Yeah,
that's why I missed the vain stuff. One of our favorite lines was like, Gabrielle said, hello, cash cow, talking about her face, and so since season 1, the crew has always called me Cash Cow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they're like, Cash Cow's on set. And I'm like, Cash Cow, we're doing the close-up on the Cash Cow. Did you hold auditions for Drea De Matteo's character, or did you want her?
I said to the writers, I would love to have a new character that's not of suburbia. That's someone who doesn't have that typical suburban feel, because I had so much kind of upscale, upper middle class feeling level with the women I'd already cast. So I think we were looking for something a little blue collar, and like it was the next day or something like that, I forget when we did it, but someone said Drea de Matteo from The Sopranos, and I was a huge fan of The Sopranos. And I said, sold. And and immediately I started saying to my casting director, is she available? Do you think we could, she could come here? We've had her on and we're having a ball with her. She's just a legitimately lovely human being, as is Jeffrey and Bo Murchoff, who plays their son. I'm out of questions.
Me too.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. This has been Marc Cherry and
Eva Longoria Parker
for Desperate Housewives on abc.com. Thank you so much for tuning in.